What's up, YouTube? On this episode of Coddiwomple Overland, we're going to be in Nevada, and the sights do not disappoint.
We don't need a destination, let's go where the river's taking us.
When we left you on the last episode, we were on the Mogollon Rim and we're heading north. We drove late into the night, and this is what we woke up to. Waking up on the edge of Lake Mead was really cool, especially after an awesome night of sleep in the AOR Odyssey. In the last episode, you've seen us cooking on the inside, but what we didn't show you was this amazing kitchen on the outside of the Odyssey. It comes with a 3-burner stove, obviously has a sink with hot and cold running water and 70 gallons of water. And then there's so much storage space. The fridge in the Odyssey is a little bit different too. It's a stand-up style, and you can get to it from the inside or the outside. After the quick pack up of the Odyssey, we were on the road. The first place we were going to try to get to today was the Valley of Fire here just outside of Las Vegas. We'd camped pretty close to the park's east entrance, and it didn't take but about 20 minutes or so before we were in the park. Not only is this park Nevada's oldest state park, dedicated in 1935, but it was also voted the most scenic drive in southern Nevada. The drive through this park is unbelievable, but what's even more spectacular is the days and days of hiking trails that they have here that takes you through some of the most beautiful landscape that you'll ever see. There's also quite a bit of wildlife here, including these bighorn sheep. Just after the park was built, the CCC came in and built several old cabins like these that we're getting ready to see here. They were used for visitors to camp in. They were used for this purpose for several years. The construction of these seemed to be very similar to that of the old Pueblo cliff dwellings. Petroglyphs all along the back. There are ancient petroglyphs scattered all throughout this park, and these are the ones that were right behind the CCC cabins. While the construction does appear to be similar to that of the cliff dwellings, they did use modern concrete to put these together. Nonetheless, they're still pretty cool to explore. After leaving the cabins, we passed the Balance Rock and turned right onto the Mouse's Tank Road. And in my opinion, a scenic drive just took on a completely new meaning traveling this road. As you leave the entrance to the Atlato campground, the road does turn to gravel for a short section. Back here you'll find formations such as Atlato Rock and Arch Rock, and you might also see some more of those bighorn sheep. Continuing on around, you'll find the fire cave and the windstone arch before making your way back out to the main road. Once we've made it back out to the main road, we set our sights on another area of southern Nevada. This area is not as commercialized and there's not near as much blacktop. As a matter of fact, the only blacktop that's here is many, many years old and is all broken up. If you guessed the Gold Butte National Monument, you were exactly right. Covering nearly 300,000 acres of the Mojave Desert in southern Nevada, this monument is rich in ancient history as well as some CCC history. In addition to the Joshua trees and multiple other different types of cactus that you'll find here, there are all kinds of unique rock formations here as well. One of the first places you'll find here and more notable is the Whitney Pocket area. There's all kinds of history in this area. You just got to get out and look for it. This was the first time that Deb or I, either one, had ever seen a Joshua tree. These things are really unique.
We're having bologna sandwiches in the Gold Butte.
One of the things we didn't expect to see here was an archaeological dig here at the Whitney Pockets. It was pretty neat to see them actually doing it. Next, we wanted to check out the cistern. This was built by the CCC back during the Depression. We left Whitney Pocket and headed further south into the Gold Butte. We were now completely off any remnants of blacktop and firmly on to the corrugated washboard roads. The further south and west we got, the more the roads turned into old dry river washes or creek beds. With all the Joshua trees around, it was definitely a different type of desert than we had ever been to. One of the things that XGRID Campers has prided themselves on is the ability to provide truly off-road capable adventure trailers, and the AOR Odyssey is no different. AOR has been producing this and other types of adventure trailers for over 20 years, and they are truly off-road capable. They've been tested in some of the most severe terrain in Australia, and now that they're in the United States, XGRID is exclusively bringing them to you. While this is not the biggest model that AOR produces, there are 2 other smaller versions. We traveled several miles south, and at this point we started traveling a little more west. We had a destination in mind to see some amazing rock formations, but also a place to potentially set up for camp. Cave?
Yeah, it's a cave.
This stop was not on our radar at all, but Deb happened to see a cave in the rock face here, so we decided to stop and check it out. As soon as we got out of the truck, we noticed this benchmark nailed into the side of the wall. Normally those are on the ground. Next we walked up to where Deb had seen the caves. It turned out they weren't very deep, but you could tell that there had been people over the past that had definitely taken refuge in there. While we were checking out the cave, Deb looked over to her right and seen a whole wall full of petroglyphs. This wall just wasn't right along the road, it was about 20 or 30 feet up in the air. Makes you think that the water had rushed through here and washed away that much erosion in time. This was a really cool find, and it wasn't on a map that we could find anywhere, but it was very, very cool. Not too much farther past this spot, we made another ride onto another road, getting a little bit closer to our destination. While this road wasn't difficult at all, it was a little bit more difficult than any of the other roads that we had seen. There were a couple of these little rock shelf areas right here, like this. As we popped around another corner or two, little Finland started coming into view. Many, many years ago, this sand was underwater. As the plates changed, this was moved up, it became dry, and at that point, the wind and the water started to form these amazing structures. Today, this area is an absolute geological paradise. We could have spent a full day here just exploring these beautiful rock formations. But the sun was starting to get up a little bit lower. We were a little ways away from camp, so it was time to start trying to find our way down and making our way back. Once you make your way down off of the rock formation, it turns into some of the softest sand you'll ever find, and Aspen was really enjoying it. It had been a couple days for a shower, so it was definitely time. We took advantage of the extra shower room that's on the back of this Odyssey and spread it out to have a nice shower. You can also use this for an extra just privacy room to have somebody else to camp in, or a bathroom. It's plenty big when it's fully deployed. It's about 4 foot by 8 foot when you get it all set up. The campsite here at Little Finland is definitely going to be on the top of our all-time favorite camp spots. After a long day of traveling and exploring, it was time for a good dinner and to just sit around, relax, and let Aspen play until dark. We sure hope you've enjoyed our brief trip through Nevada, and I hope that we will be here again sometime in the near future. Until then, we can just dream of the beautiful sunsets that we've found. And until next time, see ya.